This is a quick look at Instant Song Presenter 6. Instant Song Presenter 6 was rewritten from the ground up to be fully cross-platform, which means it now works natively on both Windows 7 to 10 and Mac OS. It was also developed with the new Salvation Army songbook in mind to allow it to cover the license requirements of the Salvation Army in the United States. At its most basic, you can get the lyrics to a song up onto your projector simply by turning on your output screen and then selecting a song from the database and just clicking on one of these verses or chorus will get this up onto the projector screen. You can also use the arrow buttons to go through a song sort of like you would a PowerPoint. Go backwards. You can go to the first set of lyrics. You can go to the last set of lyrics in that song. If you know the song number you want to go to, you can simply type in a song number. Let's go to song number 456. We'll go. And that goes right to that song. And you can, again, click on one of these verses, and it goes right out on the screen. I'll show you the picture-in-picture mode so you can see kind of what's going up onto my projector screen. You can see that it does have a nice dissolve effect between this. And there are a number of transitions you can select for this. If you don't know the number of the song you are looking for, you can also search. So we'll just put in Amazing Grace and search for that. Found Amazing Grace. It looks through the title of the song, the lyrics of the song, the copyright information of the song. So you could search for all of the songs by William Booth, for instance, or comments. You can put comments into songs in the database, and it'll search through those. But again, once you've found the song, simply click on one of the verses, and that goes right out onto the projector. Now from here, I also have some other options. I can put the title of the song up onto the screen. I can also put a tagline, which, if you're familiar with the Salvation Army songbook, you know that a number of songs repeat the last line of a chorus or a verse, depending on the tune that's being used. So simply by clicking on the tagline button, I can put whatever the last line of the verse or chorus that I'm on up on the screen by itself. I can also hit a blank screen, which just gives me the background from that particular, either the default background, or if I've got this in a playlist, whatever the background for that particular song is. And I can also put a logo screen up on screen, a logo picture. And that will show whatever logo you've set up in the preferences, which could be your core logo, it could be an event logo, things like that. And you can see here in the preferences is where I would set my default background or the logo screen. This is also where I can set the font and color for the fonts for each of the title, language 1 and language 2. Instant Song Presenter is supporting dual languages, and so you can have different colors or different fonts for each of those languages. You can set the justification of the lyrics, whether you want center justified, left, right. You can have it so that the lyrics just go on the left side of the screen or right side. Those kinds of things are set here. The margins, you do have a simplified version of the margins in this one compared to Instant Song Presenter 5. If you've been using that, now you simply have small, medium, or large. You can also have vertical alignment, whether the lyrics align to the top of the screen, center, or bottom of the screen. This is also where you'd set your default transitions. Right now it's set to a fade effect, but you can see there are a number of other transition effects for going in between screens or going in between text itself. So this is like the transition in between the verses of a song, and that also can be selected from that drop down. Okay, let me reset the database here, and I can go back and talk a little bit about playing audio and video files. Instant Song Presenter not only displays lyrics from songs that are in the database, but it will also display pictures and videos. It'll play audio. It will launch PowerPoints, any of those kinds of media items. So you can see that in this particular item that I've created, this has music, which when I click on it, it launches it into the audio player, and I can start playing the music from this. If I click on these are just pictures, so I can go through pictures, and these are all within one media item, which can be a mixture of audio, video, pictures, all of that. So you can see I can go through these pictures, and then at the bottom here we've got a video, which immediately starts playing. It loads it in the video player and immediately starts playing it on my output screen. Pause that, stop that. Now, if you also want to just quickly put a video up on screen, maybe that somebody just handed you on a thumb drive, then you can simply browse for a video, select it, it loads into the video player, and you can start playing it right away. So you don't have to create an item that has the video in it. It's all just a simple load it into the player and go. Same thing with the audio files. You can just load an audio file and start playing that as well. Now, probably for your morning worship service, you're going to want to put together a playlist of the songs. And all you need to do is double click on a song, and that brings it down into the playlist. So I can go on to another one, bring that down into the playlist. I'll go up and put a Hallelujah chorus in there, and I can put as many items in the playlist as I want, and then those are all just ready just to move through for my Sunday morning worship service. Now, the other advantage of making a playlist is that you can go in and customize the look of each of these items in the playlist with their own background, their own transition effects, and the order of the screens as they come up. So if you know that this song you're only going to use verse 1 and the chorus, you could build it that way so that it's just verse 1 and the chorus. So I can take these out, and then it will just show me verse 1 and the chorus when I go and select that. So I don't accidentally hit verse 2 if I know for sure we're not going to do verse 2 of that song this time. I'll quickly go through some of the new features that were added to Instant Song Presenter. There's a brand new Bible, which has a number of different public domain versions of the Bible that you can put on screen simply by choosing a book, a version, a book, and a chapter. You can then choose a few verses, set that in here, and then send that immediately to the screen. And that'll go up on the screen. Another new feature is the media browser, which allows me to browse through any picture on my computer just by quickly previewing it. And then when I'm ready to send that out to my screen, I can just simply hit send to screen, and that goes out onto my screen. We also have a different web browser. We had a web browser in Instant Song Presenter 5. This one's been modified a little bit, and that allows me to go ahead and display a web page out on my screen. You can see it on the picture-in-picture that went to the Visual Communications website, or we can go to the Salvation Army website, which kind of allows you to get something up onto the screen like that without dragging it across, just dragging a regular browser across. Thanks for watching this quick look at Instant Song Presenter 6. For more tutorials on things like adding your own songs to the database, setting up the preferences so songs look the way you want, you can go to our website at instantsongpresenter.com.